been drifting through the hours without a place to land. Like every step I take is slipping through my hand. The world keeps moving in its rhythm, but I fall out of time, as if I lost the part of me that used to align. Even silence feels less empty than it used to be before, because now it only reminds me what I'm searching for. I thought I'd find my balance if I just kept moving on, but drifting doesn't end when you're gone. I'm just drifting without you now, through spaces undefined, a quiet kind of emptiness inside my mind. And every echo in the silence feels like it pulls me through to all the pieces of myself I lost with you. I pass through days like passing shadows without leaving a trace, like I'm a stranger to the moments I face. Even time feels unreliable, it bends without a plan, like nothing ever holds its shape in my hand. The city lights look unfamiliar, like they've forgotten me, as if I'm just a passing thought at sea. I thought that I would feel direction once I let you go, but drifting only shows me what I know. I'm just drifting without you now, no anchor, no reply, a quiet kind of motion passing by. And every time the sound returns, it drags me back again to everything I lost in you back then. Maybe love was just a harbor I never learned to stay, and maybe I was never ready to drift away. So I carry every distance inside my chest, a wandering kind of silence, I confess. Now I don't try to stop it, I let it be, because even drifting endlessly is part of me. The night becomes a quiet ocean without a shore in sight, a love that never taught me how to write. And somewhere in the moving distance, you still feel near, a fragile kind of memory I hold dear. I'm just drifting without you now, through everything I knew, a fading kind of journey without you. watch the night begin to fade without a sound or sign, like everything we built together was left behind in time. The colors of the room grow pale, like fading photographs, and even memories start to lose their path. I try to hold on to the details, but they slip through my hands, like water running through the lines I planned. I know nothing stays the same forever. Even love must change its shape, but some goodbyes don't arrive, they just escape. It's a slow dissolve of feeling that I cannot control, a quiet kind of breaking in the soul. And every echo in the silence feels like it understands a love that slowly vanishes from my hands. I walk through days that feel less certain, like edges wearing thin, as if the world forgot the place I've been. Your voice appears in distant echoes, then fades before I reach, like something just beyond my grasp and speech. The city moves without me noticing. Time doesn't look behind, but I'm still standing in the place you left behind. I thought I'd feel it ending clearly, like a door would gently close, but endings often happen without shows. It's a slow dissolve of memory that lingers in my chest, a quiet kind of losing what I loved best. And every time the sound returns, it brings you back again to everything that slowly fades. And then maybe love was never meant to stay in solid form. It changes like the weather after the storm. And maybe I was never ready to watch it disappear, so I keep living in the fading you left here. Now I don't fight the fading anymore, I let it be, because even disappearing love belongs to me. The night becomes a quiet witness to what remains, a love that slowly softens into stains. And somewhere in the dissolving silence, you still exist, a fragile kind of memory I can't resist. It's a slow dissolve of feeling that never really ends, just echoes of a story I stand at what feels like the ending, without a final word, just everything we never fixed or heard. The space between us feels familiar, like it learned our shape, a quiet kind of distance we can't escape. I don't reach out the way I used to, I've learned to let it be. But letting go is not the same as free. I thought we'd find a way to meet halfway in the dark, but even love can miss its mark. It's one last distance between us now that time cannot erase, a final kind of silence in its place. And every echo in the silence feels like it knows the truth of everything we lost in us, me and you. We talk like nothing really happened, but everything has changed, like something in our story rearranged. Even simple moments feel uncertain, like they don't know our name, as if we're still together, but not the same. The world keeps moving past us gently, without a second glance, but we are standing in the middle of what we had by chance. I thought that we could fix it if we just stayed around, but some distances don't close once they're found. It's one last distance between us now that grows with every day, a quiet kind of ending in its way. And every time the sound returns, it pulls me back again to everything we almost were back then. Maybe love was never meant to stay aligned and still. It bends and breaks in ways we feel. And maybe I was never ready to watch it fall apart, so I carry this last distance in my heart. Now I don't try to cross it, I let it stand, because even final distances are planned. The night becomes a quiet witness to what we knew, a love that ended softly but grew. And somewhere in that ending space, you still remain, a fragile kind of distance in my pain. It's one last distance between us now that never goes away, day. And if the world forgets the reason, I still hold on to you. This one last distance is true. We made promises in softer tones that time could not sustain, like words we thought would always mean the same. At the moment they felt certain, like they would never break. But distance has a way of changing what we make. I still remember how we said them, like they were carved in air. But now they feel like echoes somewhere. I thought that if we meant them, they would stay intact. But even truth can fracture looking back. These are empty promises now, still hanging in my mind. A fragile kind of memory I can't unwind. And every echo in the silence feels like it knows the truth of everything we swore to, me and you. Through days that feel unsteady, like nothing holds its place, as if the world forgot the shape of grace. Even simple conversations feel heavier than before, like every word I hear just leads to more. The past keeps slipping into present without permission or sound, like something I can't leave behind. I thought that time would soften it and take the weight away, but some promises don't fade, they stay. These are empty promises now that never fade to dust, a quiet kind of breaking in trust. And every time the sound returns, it pulls me back again to all the words we never kept back then. Maybe love was built on moments that couldn't hold their shape, a fragile kind of future we escape. And maybe I was never ready to see them fall apart. teach me. The night becomes a quiet witness to what we were, a love that slowly turned into blur. And somewhere in those empty echoes, you still remain, a fragile kind of promise in my pain. These are empty promises now that never go away, a quiet kind of memory that stays. And if the world forgets the reason, I still hold on to you. Inside these empty promises, it's true. I don't fight the feeling anymore. I let it stay with me, like something I was meant to keep. I'm free. The days don't heal the way they promised. They only rearrange the way I hold your memory through change. I carry you in quieter ways that no one ever sees, a gentle kind of weight in me. I thought the time would take you out of everything I knew, but time just taught me how to live with you. I'll hold on until it fades, if it ever really does, a soft and steady breaking of us. And every echo in the silence feels like it understands a love that never leaves me, but it can't stand. I walk through life without a hurry, just moving through the stream, like everything I touch now is less than it seems. Even happiness feels distant, like it doesn't know my name, as if I'm not the same again. The world keeps spinning like it always did, but I don't feel the turn, like I'm still waiting for a lesson to learn. I thought I'd reach a final moment where I would feel release, but nothing here is final, at least. I'll hold Maybe love was never built to leave without a trace. It stays inside the smallest space. And maybe I was never ready to say it's truly gone, so I keep holding on. For answers, I let it be, because even fading love is part of me. The night becomes a quiet witness to what remains, a love that softly lingers in my veins. And somewhere in the fading light, you still exist, a fragile kind of memory I can't resist. I'll hold on until it fades, if fading ever comes, a quiet kind of ending, until it fades. It's true. There's a quiet between us now that wasn't there before, like something changed the air we breathe and closed the door. We speak in shorter conversations, careful not to break the fragile peace we try to keep awake. Even simple words feel heavier, like they have to choose between the truth we used to share or lose. I thought silence would feel easier, like space would make things clear. But silence only shows me you're still here. It's this quiet between us now that says what we won't say, a distance built from everything we couldn't face. And every echo in the silence feels like it understands a love that slowly slips away from hands. We pass each other like familiar strangers in the room, with memories that quietly resume. Nothing is completely broken, nothing is repaired, just something missing in the way we cared. The days continue like they should, but something feels off key, like we forgot how to be. I thought we'd find a way to fix the space that grew between, but some distances are built unseen. It's this quiet between us now that never goes away, a silent kind of ending every day. And every time the sound returns, it pulls me back to when we didn't need to think back then. Maybe love doesn't always break with shouting or with tears. Sometimes it just dissolves through years. And maybe I was never ready to watch it drift apart, so I keep this quiet between us in my heart. Now I don't try to fill it, I let it be, because even quiet distance speaks to me. The night becomes a quiet witness to what remains, a love that never vanished but refrains. And somewhere in that silence, you still stay true, a fragile kind of distance between me and you. It's this quiet between us now that never fades away, a soft and endless ending every day. And if the world forgets the reason, I still hold on to you inside this quiet between us. It's true. I look for traces in the silence of what we used to be, but all I find are empty spaces between you and me. The world keeps acting like it's normal, like nothing ever changed, but everything inside me feels rearranged. I carry fragments of your presence in ways I can't explain, a gentle kind of memory that stays. I thought that I would lose you fully with enough time apart, but some connections don't erase the heart. This is what remains of us now, a soft and fading echo, all alone. And every sound that slips through silence feels like it knows my name. A love that never really left, but changed. I walk through days that feel familiar, but something isn't right. Like part of me is missing from the light. Even simple conversations feel half of what they were. Like words forgot the meaning of her. The world keeps turning like it should, but I don't feel the spin. Like I'm still somewhere in between. And then I thought I'd reach a final place where everything would end, but some beginnings never suspend. This is what remains of us now. No beginning, no end, just echoes of a feeling I defend. And every time the sound returns, it takes me back again to everything we used to be back then. Maybe love was never whole from the very start, just pieces learning how to stay in the heart. And maybe I was never ready to see it fall apart, so I keep what remains of us in my heart. Now I don't try to rebuild it, I let it stay. Because even what remains has its way. The night becomes a quiet witness to what once was true. A love that still exists in you. And somewhere in what's left behind, you still feel near. A fragile kind of memory I keep here. This is what remains of us now, still lingering in time. A quiet kind of ending that won't climb. And if the world forgets the reason, I still hold on to you. What remains of us is true. I keep searching for the moment start to fade away. But every memory I reach for still wants to stay. It's hard to tell where you end now and where I begin. Like something in my story won't give in. The past still breathes in quiet corners I never left behind. A gentle kind of confusion in my mind. I thought that time would draw a line and make it clear to see, but nothing ever separates you from me. But where you end and I begin is something I can't find. A blurred and fragile boundary in my mind. And every echo in the silence feels like it knows the truth of everything we became, me and you. I walk through days without direction, like I'm half of what I was, as if I lost the other part, because even silence feels divided between then and now, like nothing really answers how. The world keeps acting like it knows me, but I don't feel the same. Like I'm just carrying fragments of your name. I thought I'd feel more whole by now, but I feel split in two between what I became and you. Where you end and I begin keeps shifting every day. A quiet kind of confusion won't go away. And every time the sound returns, it pulls me back once more to everything we used to be before. Maybe love was never simple. It blurred the lines between two hearts that slowly turned unseen. And maybe I was never ready to separate us clean, so I keep you in my ending and my in-between. Now I don't try to define it, I let it blur, because even unclear endings still occur. The night becomes a quiet witness to what remains. A love that never fully left its chains. And somewhere in that blurred horizon, you still feel in quiet corners are never left behind. A gentle kite of confusion in my mind. I thought the time would draw a line and make it clear to see, but nothing ever separates you from me. We are not who we used to be, but not completely gone. Just something in between the lines, moving on. The shape of us has changed its form without a clear goodbye, like something slowly learning how to survive. I still recognize your silence in the way you look away, as if we're both avoiding yesterday. I thought we'd stay the same forever, like time would not erase, but even love reshapes itself with space. Look at what we become now, not broken, not whole, just pieces of a story we don't control. And every echo in the silence feels like it knows our name. A love that changed its meaning, but stayed. We speak in softer conversations, careful what we show, like we're afraid of where the truth might go. Even memories feel different when I think of you and me, like they belong to someone else I see. The world keeps moving like it always did, but we don't move the same, like something in our rhythm changed. I thought that endings would be final, but this is not the end, just something we can't fully defend. Look at what we become now, no beginning, no last line, just quiet transformations over time. And every time the sound returns, it pulls me back again to everything we almost were back then. Maybe love was never meant to stay in one fixed place. It bends and shifts and learns its shape. And maybe I was never ready for something so unclear, so I keep what we become here. Because even changing love is part of me. The night becomes fragile kind of distance I keep here. Look at what we become now, still standing in between. A quiet kind of ending, unseen. And if the world forgets the reason, I still hold on to you. What we become is true. I try to fill the space you left behind with ordinary days, but everything I do still finds your ways. Even silence feels familiar now, like it knows your name, as if it never learned to change. I smile when people talk to me, like I'm still the same inside, but they don't see what I keep denied. I told myself I'd move ahead, that I would be okay, but missing you doesn't fade that way. I'm still missing you in quiet ways that never disappear. A gentle kind of absence I keep near, and every echo in the silence feels like it pulls me through to everything I never stopped with you. I walk through places we once shared, like nothing ever was, but every corner keeps your shape, because even time doesn't erase it, it only softens lines. But what we had still lives inside my mind. The world keeps speaking like it knows, but I don't hear the same. Everything feels incomplete without your name. I thought the distance would be healing, that space would set me free, but missing you became part of me. I'm still missing you in quiet ways that no one ever sees. A silent kind of longing in me. And every time the sound returns, it takes me back again to all the love I never let end. Maybe love doesn't really end, it only changes form, from something warm and real to storm. And maybe I was never ready to let it drift away, so I I keep missing you each day. Now I don't try to fight it, I let it stay. Because even missing you has its way. The night becomes a quiet witness to what remains, a love that still exists in chains. And somewhere in the missing distance, you still feel true, a quiet kind of memory I go through. I'm still missing you in quiet ways that never let me go, a fading kind of feeling I know. And if the world forgets the reason I still hold on to you, I'm still missing you. It's true. Mm-hmm.